Meet Jack. Every morning, Jack pulls himself out of his warm and cozy bed just to face the Monday to Friday grind. Wishing he could spend an extra minute with his beloved wife and kids, the alarm rings and Jack frantically rushes out of the house with breakfast in hand to avoid being late for the job he hates. But all the rushing is no use. Watch what happens to Jack day after day. Only a few minutes out of the driveway, traffic comes to a stop, and he's stuck in the middle of another jam. As if on demand, Jack's stress levels rise, freaking out that the boss will finally make true on his firing threats. While arriving at work on time with just a few seconds to spare, it just doesn't seem to get any better for him. He's tired, run down and exhausted, with a mountain of work on his desk which continues to pile up. But even with red, sleep-deprived eyes, he's determined to push on. You see, Jack knows that everything depends on his job. And if he doesn't push through the daily grind, even the basic essentials the family has been surviving on will disappear. His wife and kids depend on him for everything. So, when 5 o'clock comes around and the boss requests for him to stay back, he willingly says yes, with a small glimmer of hope that the promise of a bonus and pay rise will finally come true. But all he ever gets in return is bumper-to-bumper traffic on the way home. Instead of spending quality time with the kids, he gets home late to the sound of screaming kids, another microwave dinner, and his wife at the end of her nerves trying to juggle everything herself. So, with the last drop of fuel in the tank, Jack helps put the kids to bed before he passes out on the couch in front of the TV from absolute exhaustion. But the next morning, he gets up again, grinds out another 4 days before the weekend break, grinds out another 12 months before a short holiday, and continues this pattern for another 20 to 30 years. Does Jack's story sound familiar? Because for a majority of Australians, that's the routine. And it doesn't stop there. The dream of financial security and owning your own home becomes more unrealistic each day, because all you get as a reward for your hard work is the taxman dipping his greedy fingers into your pay packet every fortnight. Every time your payslips arrive, you're probably stunned at the small amount you take home and how much goes to the taxman. Imagine that, after everything you've been through, day in, day out, the taxman basically says, "You do all the work, and come payday, I want almost half of what you earn. Thank you very much." It's like having a business partner that does absolutely nothing, but expects half of the profit. What's worse, most of your hard-earned money that gets taken away from you by the taxman ends up going to people who choose not to work and stay at home instead, living off your hard-earned dollars. Hardly seems fair, does it? After all, the taxman wasn't stuck in the bumper-to-bumper traffic. The taxman didn't have to put up with your boss and the co-workers you can't stand. But what if I told you there was another way, a better way to that of the life of Jack, or what you may be going through right now? What if I told you that you could legally, that's right, legally, potentially slash the amount of tax you pay each year and end up with more money in your pocket instead of the taxman's pocket? After all, it was you that actually went to work to earn the money in the first place. What if the tax that you're paying right now could instead be used to secure your financial future, pay off your home loan, put your children through school, invest in property, and even help your kids one day buy their own home? Imagine using the money that you're already giving away to instead build wealth for you and your precious family. That's right, with the help of the taxman and the friendly tenant, you potentially don't have to go into your pocket at all to pay off your investments. The investments that will one day mean you never have to worry about money again. No more stress, no more fighting about money. The investments that one day will set you free. Beats traffic jams, putting up with your boss, and turning every last dollar twice to try and provide for the family, right? But I can already hear your doubt. I don't have the money to get into the market. Well, what if I told you that your existing lifestyle, the way you live and spend today, would not necessarily need to change? I know, sounds too good to be true, right? Well, what if I told you that this has been available to every Australian working employee since 1984? This, my friend, is how the rich get richer and the poor just keep getting poorer and paying high taxes. So if you're ready for a change in your life, a change to your finances, and the way you provide for your family, then give us a call today. Call us right now on 1300 793877 and one of our friendly staff members will show you the easiest ways to change your financial future and make your family proud.